Is this thing on? Hey there. All right. I am Dr. Elizabeth Samantha Childhood. Let's see how this works out. Just going to cover a few topics today. How's everybody? All right. Oh, just want to do a little updating and start here. There are more intricate details of company activity than what is disclosed for public accounting. Speaking of my company, Corporate Law and Security Incorporated, uh, the departmental developments and guidelines are suppressed at this time to provide open opportunity for autonomous approach of credentialed character of the executive officers to be appointed and delegated with executive and partnership powers of authority and control. This is really just a given parameter. So yes, there's more that I had planned to do with regard to the departmental functions of my company, along with the Chief Operations Officer, Dr. Monica Jones Esquire. Yet, because we are going to appoint and delegate these positions, and some of them may come up for partnership by stocks and options at a later time for whomever is put into those positions, we want to leave some autonomous room to breathe. We want to leave the developments open to the budget of the person that we entrust to those positions. Otherwise, we'll get into the the sleek details of what we had in store if it just had to be the two of us. Okay. Moving on to something else. Be worthy to be known. If you want someone to know you, or you want to be known of someone, known in a certain crowd, known by particulars, then you have to be worthy of that. Uh, it's not to say to do something to be known for, but just to be worthy of being acknowledged, first of all. And we should always seek the honorable things about ourselves to be known. Just to say, if someone doesn't want to know you, maybe you're not worthy for them to know you. And there's no point in pretending that you're not being avoided or something like that. When, I mean, if you just don't measure up to someone's standard, or like in my case, many times I'm too good for anyone's standard. And so that's why I don't care about being known or unknown or any of those things. It's just really a matter of being worthy of where you are and being content with who you are and understanding that other people have rights too. Your rights as a United States of America citizen extend only as far as the rights of another person. So you're entitled to your space just as other persons are entitled to theirs. And that means social space. All right. So but it's a wonder how people pretend they don't notice that I'm trying to avoid them. Um, because to avoid someone means they're noticing I'm getting away from them. And for some reason, people pretend like that's a sign of friendship just because you acknowledge their presence, existence, their breath in the room or in a particular space. But I've had that to happen where I'm deliberately trying to avoid people and they pretend like it's okay to try to come closer anyway. That's not good. If someone is trying to avoid you, then they have that right to not be around you if they want to remove themselves from the space. But keep this in mind. If you approach that person and you went to where that person was, they shouldn't have to get up and move to avoid you. They were there first. You went there to seek them. If you went to seek someone who doesn't want to be around you, you really should be the one to leave. If you did not seek them out and it just happens to be in an area, well, then let them leave. But we all have a right to avoid persons in the presences of people that we don't want to be around. And when someone is trying to avoid you, don't ignore that. Just be avoided. All right. Now, I want to also talk about the civil engineering of the Annunciation Holy Catholic and Apostolic Parish. I am Cardinal Dr. Elizabeth Samantha Rothschild, founder and pastor of the Annunciation Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. All right. The church and annex are there, and then the parish pastor's quarters PQ is here. And what we'll be doing is we're going to buy connecting zones of commercial and residential real property in between. So that's what we have planned for the civil engineering. So it's going to take some time to decide where we want to locate the parishioner service and everything because of the proximity of where the church acquisition is going on, where the church will be in presence, and the home property to my house at 1908 24th Street Northwest. Oh, Washington, D.C. Now, this is the crazy thing. Someone went looking for my house that could not, that really had no business trying to find it in the first place. So, Washingtonians, you all know where 24th Street, it kind of breaks off. So I live way down in the 1900 block. And yes, right now I am still staying at the Patricia Handy Place shelter until my home is ready for moving. But either way, it's way away from the place where they do the Miriam's Kitchen, who has the best breakfast in all of Washington, D.C. for public services. Okay, but it's also on a 24th Street Northwest, and my home is on 24th Street Northwest, but they're nowhere in proximity of one another. So it's not like you get to this place, you can just walk to my house. It's more than a stone's throw away. So just to say, I wanted to put that in there. Just because you couldn't find my home when really you had no business looking for it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Uh, Probably didn't feel comfortable walking into a neighborhood, or if there's something like that, but it's there. And some people do feel like sore thumbs sticking out where they walk in that area. Just they can't. Okay. So anyway, also I wanted to say the AHCA seminary, just the charter school founded and in development by AHC Church, will not be directly or specified in location parameters to the church itself. Okay. The Seminary Academy will be in annex to the Pope Francis Clinic. Okay. So we'll have the school in one place, and then just adjacently with a connecting encroachment will be the Pope Francis Clinic. Now, the Pope Francis Clinic is the place for Roman Catholic nuns and priests to feel pour gratis, meaning everything is free for them as far as medical solutions and preventative care. Um, the long-term residencies for the physicians and the medical board of directors that are going to be appointed to spearhead this project and hired to do so. All of that, their appointments and hiring are influenced primarily by consultation with the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops through select panels of eminent cardinals and reverend nuns for comparable altitudes of trusts. So whenever that gets underway, they will play a major part in putting together the leadership that can take it and go where they want with it, because we're going to permit them to be able to use their physicians to be flown in and things. And it's just really got to be high security. We've got to secure our priests. Okay. Let me skip this one and talk about nothing important. And lastly, yes, I am liquidating. We're in the process of liquidating funds for Corporate Lawn Securities Incorporated. It's still a little time, but in the process, I was inquired, it was inquired of me, why did I not liquidate for the church? Because liquidating for the church, although I have to do that, and I'm getting to that, that's in development too, real soon, but it wasn't high priority to do the liquidation portions because I have paper check for donation. It's like if someone that needs to be paid, they do their services based on donating to the tax exempt status. I give them a piece of paper, which is my statement of 501c3 and the verification of the claim. That's like a paper check. Cash it at the IRS, just send it to them, take it to them. They'll give you the whatever amount I put on it. And so there was no point in liquidating as quickly for the church because we wanted to do as much as we could by 501c3 tax exempt program codes. So I still am adamant on doing that. And even once we liquidate with the church, priority is given to the tax exempt program. And if we can't get it that way and we have to pay for it, then we may likely go other routes. Just say, all right. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you for joining me for my update. You all have a great day.